Hello, my friends. My name is Gerdes, and here are the three big stories for today. So the first one is this. Zelensky blasts Scholz's reason for not selling German Taurus missiles. Scholz is saying one thing to him and another thing to the German public. As far as I understand, the Chancellor believes that, as he is a representative of a non-nuclear state, this is the only weapon that Germany has, is the most powerful one, Zelensky said of the Taurus missiles in an interview with Axel Springer's Politico's parent company. He shared messages with me saying that he cannot leave his country without such a powerful weapon, Zelensky added of Scholz. Now, the German government, however, presents the public with quite different logic for not sending the weapons. Scholz has steadfastly refused to send Taurus missiles to Ukraine, saying in public statements that such a move could lead to escalation of the war and could even draw Germany into direct conflict with Russia. It's the same thing as Biden not wanting to escalate, not wanting to push the red lines, being intimidated by Putin. Same thing. Taurus missiles, which have only a range of 500 kilometers, what do they need them in Germany for anyway? I mean, what are they going to hit within 500 kilometers from Germany? And it's not that they're going to knock down nuclear weapons, even if. So, okay. So that's one. Bad politics are all around. Okay, speaking of bad politics, Austin, the Secretary of Defense in the United States, says Ukraine's attacks on Russian oil could threaten the global energy market. And just highlight a couple of lines here. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin warned that recent Ukrainian attacks targeting Russian oil refineries could have a knock-on effect on the global energy market. Well, first, what's a knock-on effect? It just means secondary or indirect or cumulative effect. It could actually affect the economy. Okay. Ukraine is better served, he says, in going after tactical and operational targets that can directly influence the current fight, Austin said during the Senate Armed Services Committee meeting. Austin's position was criticized by Republican Senator Tom Cotton, who blamed U.S. President Joe Biden's administration for, quote, discouraging effective Ukrainian action for political reasons, unquote. Now, Tom Cotton's not a great fan of Ukraine necessarily, but here's what Cotton had to say in this hearing. Well, we're going to hear Lloyd Austin first.
Certainly, those attacks could have a knock-on effect in terms of the global energy situation, but quite frankly, I think Ukraine is better served in going after tactical and operational targets that can directly influence the current fight.
So it sounds to me like the Biden administration doesn't want gas prices to go up in an election year based on all the other actions.
He was saying that the Biden administration doesn't want gas prices to go up. That's probably true. Biden probably doesn't want gas prices to go up, and so that's fair. But politics influences everything. That's why we focus on big political stories. U.S. warns that it will hold China accountable if Russia makes gains in Ukraine. This is carried in NDTV. The United States warned Tuesday that it will hold China responsible if Moscow makes gains in Ukraine after Beijing renewed pledges of cooperation during a visit by Russia's top diplomat. This is Kurt Campbell, the Deputy Secretary of State, saying, quote, we have told China directly, if this continues, it will have an impact on the U.S.-China relationship. We will not sit by and say everything is fine. We will see this as not just a Russian unique set of activities, but a conjoined set of activities backed by China, but also North Korea. This is antithetical to our interests, he told the National Committee on U.S.-China Relations. Okay, so how much teeth are in that, or how much China will think that there are teeth into it, I don't know how to say. Okay, last little thing I want to show you is this. The Republican right treats Ukraine as an enemy and Russia as a friend. Defining that stance as isolationist is lazy and wrong. It's actively pro-Russian. Now, he has to make a finer distinction between who on the right, so MAGA is who the Republicans that are doing that, but he's absolutely right. It's calling it isolationist is really, it's beyond isolationist. They're really pro-Russian in the way that they're handling this. And that the House Intelligence Committee, who's also a Republican, referred to her as Moscow Marge is pretty telling. Okay, that's all that I have for the three big stories. Tell me what you think below. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and the coffees. And thank you for being the kind of person that cares about Ukraine.